Okay, let's get into it now. Why is Capaldi your favorite doctor?
You know, I don't know why. It's just one of those things where I was really iffy about him this first season,
Yeah. His first
and that
season
was
was clunky, I'll say.
yeah. And I mean, I liked his character, but he was dark, and he was kind of he wasn't as safekeeping or guilty um as the previous doctors.
He was very confused
Yeah,
about who he
and
was.
yeah, and in series 9, though, I wish they would have kept the more careless doctor aspect to him because I think that's what um, separated him from 10 and 11.
Hmm.
But uh, uh, where was I going with that?
About why
Um,
Capaldi is your favorite.
oh yeah, okay. Um, so I wish they would have kept the grittiness. However, series um, 9, I always want to say series 10,
Yeah.
but series 9, episode 11, Heaven Sent, blew me away.
Okay.
And like after that episode, I'm like, he's amazing. This guy is the doctor. He is
Remind
every single doctor.
remind me of Heaven Sent. What was kind of just in a nutshell? What was the storyline?
That's the one where he just after Clara had died,
Hmm.
he gets into this secret forbidden castle, and this creature, this
Oh,
veil, was chasing him
yes,
all around,
yes,
and then he's trying to figure out what's going on, and then the last like 10 minutes is so dark and
yeah.
so sketchy and scary. Like there was a point where like because I don't tear up during stuff, um, and when I do, like that's what makes me really enjoy something.
Yeah,
And I was about to tear up. I was like, "Holy crap!
yeah.
He's being pushed to the limit."
I kind of otherwise known as call that episode the Doctor's Nightmare, which probably
Yes,
would have been cool too.
but and then we had the finale, which uh, I liked it, but it could have been a lot better.
Yeah, we're jumping around in this episode. Mainly, we'll go in our next episodes. Our next videos will go probably through the Doctor's seasons, episode by episode. But in this one, it's more of an introduction, and we're going to be just jumping around. How did you feel about Clara's removal?
Uh, well, the first time I thought it was,
The
I thought her death.
first time.
The first time back in Asylum with the
Yeah,
Daleks,
yeah.
I should say, in Face the Raven, I actually did not like it at first. I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, I kind of didn't care for that either.
Like she just stands there and like I get
Sacrifice.
that bit, but like it was I thought it was such a lame way to go.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, it's much like Tom Baker falling off of a scaffolding or whatever it was, and then
Oh,
boom,
yeah, yeah. And then yeah,
and then you got this water thing.
the Walker, and then David or Bruce Davison. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just like what? So it was one of those like
But at
she could
least
have
he had
had
the master he was fighting. So
yeah,
yeah,
but it was just one of those where like it was okay, but I think it could have been like I think it would have been better if the Face the Raven aspect would have happened like a few episodes before, and then you have like two or three adventures where they're trying to run away from this thing,
yeah.
and then maybe in at Gallifrey's where she could have died.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good
And I
point.
think that should have just been stretched out a little more.
Yeah, yeah. Again, jumping around. Who's your favorite companion?
Favorite companion would have to be Leela. I don't know why,
Leela, yes.
because she's such a savage,
Because
and I
she's
love it.
barely clad. That's why. Come on, say it as a male.
No, but that's not it though. It's just because like she wants to stab stuff, and then Tom Baker looks at her like, "Are you crazy?
Yeah,
Stop!" And then she gets canine,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is
In
which
the
is
alternate, was it an alternate timeline or universe or something that she ends
yeah.
up staying?
No, that was
No, that
that's
was
Ramona.
Lee. That was who?
Ramona, the second.
Ramona. Yes, yes. His wife, Tom Baker's
Yeah,
wife, Leela Ward, right?
So
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to say Sarah Jane was my favorite companion. I actually did tear up when he said goodbye to her, and it was a punch to the gut when he takes off. You hear that TARDIS go away, and then
oh,
she's like, "I'm in whatever," and it's not even nowhere near her home. You
I get such
left
a
me here.
I get such a kick out of that previous scene though because the doctor's whatever he's doing to the console, and
Yeah,
she's like pissed off at him, like, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go, and then like when he gets up, he gets that call from the Time Lords, and he's like, you gotta go.
yeah.
He was oblivious to what was going on.
Yeah, yeah. And that, I believe, is the first episode that I got the concept of the TARDIS. I think that was the episode where he held the box out and he said, "See, this is
Yeah,
here," and then you move it away, but now it looks smaller, and here it is bigger. And yeah, yeah, I think that was maybe the Hand of Fear. I think.
yeah. Hand of Fear.
Yeah, yeah, where she was wearing that red and white striped jumpsuit. Um, but anyway, companions. Yeah, I mean, I do love Tegan. Uh, I don't have any love for Mel at all.
Yeah.
She's pretty obnoxious. Uh, um,
Okay. I don't care
Ace,
for
go
I
ahead.
don't care for like I mean she's okay, but like
Who?
I
You
really
dropped
liked
out.
her first
Who?
episode,
You dropped
but then
out.
as
Who?
Donna,
Oh, Donna Noble? Really?
yeah, yeah, like I really liked her in her first episode, and I
See,
really liked her in her second, but then she just kind of went downhill for me.
wow. See, I'm the opposite. I hated her at first. I was like, what are they doing? They're making this a comedy show now. And because she's a comedian, she's a known comedian.
Yeah,
But by the end, again, I was almost drawn to tears when he realizes he has to take her mind away. And all those experiences are gone. And the whole final, people hate that final with Captain Jack and everybody
oh, I love it.
around the TARDIS, and they're all bringing the Earth back. I love it too. It's like finally you get to see the TARDIS as it's supposed to be flying with all these pilots, you know. But that final ending, and then Bernard Cribbins, I think his name, the
Yeah,
grandfather, is so sweet and such a great character. That final scene, I think it's in that episode, where he's up in the TARDIS with his legs hanging off the doorway and he's over the earth and he's just having a sandwich and enjoying the vision of the earth below him. I, I'm looking out of all the Blu-rays, I'm looking more forward to seeing that season again.
interestingly enough, so am I because I'm hoping I'll like her better the second time around
Yeah,
or the fifth
Midnight.
time around. But
Midnight is such a great story, even though she's not in it. But and I'm looking forward to rewatching The Girl in the Fireplace. Like I said beforehand, before we started recording this, I have only seen the new Doctor episodes from 2004 on only once. I've never went back and rewatched them. So I'm also looking forward to Girl in the Fireplace because I understand Moffat wrote that, and it is considered one of the better two-parter episodes. I'm looking forward to Blink again, which the angels. Ugh, what a fantastic creation they made there. I mean, what a concept. If you don't look at them, they're going to creep up on you unless you look at them. And you can't blink. If you blink, they're going to get closer. It's such a great concept. What other things we can talk about? How now you've seen all of them, right? From William Hartnell on
not every single episode, but I've gotten the gist of.
of them.
I'm
Yeah.
still I'm still kind of filling some of the gaps between. Um, I've seen all of Doctor's 4, and then I've seen 8, and then all the new series. But as far as the other Doctors, I'm only missing like watching like 4 or 5 of each. So
Okay. You need to catch up.
I know that's what I'm doing.
Hartnell, I'll be honest with you, Hartnell, at least for me, is a little hard to get through because that was the beginning of the show, and that was when they were concentrating on being a history educational show. So they had the doctor go to all these historic places to tell the story.
It's really interesting because when it comes to his episodes, I either like them a lot or I really don't care for them.
Wow, yeah. But you have seen, what is it, History of Space and Time? The anniversary
Yes.
movie they did?
Yes.
Which
By
I thought
Mark
was...
Gat-
Go ahead.
I was going to say by Mark Gatsis or Gatesis.
Gavis, yes. Hey, girlfriend.
Want to say hi?
Hello. I can't hear anything.
That's fine. You can't hear me?
No, she can't. I've got an earbud in.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
I don't have any inside. Just
That's all
can't
right.
hear anything.
Cam, ask her what's her
Yeah.
favorite Doctor Who episode.
What's your favorite Doctor Who episode?
I heard you talking about it earlier. It's the one with the Capaldi.
The Veil?
Sure.
The one that escapes me now. Heaven Sent.
Heaven Sent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or is it Hellbent? I don't remember.
I haven't seen any classic.
No, you watched
I've seen a few.
She's seen 3 Doctors.
That's all right. That's a nice introduction.
And then you saw one where Tom Baker was just yelling at everybody. I can't remember which one that was.
What one isn't that?
No, he's just like, oh, it's Leela's departure,
Oh, that one. Okay.
Invasion Time,
Yeah.
where he's just like a complete prick to her, with no
Yeah.
explanation until the end.
Yeah. What do you think
Who's
of?
your favorite Doctor?
That's not fair because she hasn't seen them all.
From what you've seen, at least.
From what I've seen.
Yeah.
David Tennant, right?
Is it David Tennant?
No.
Or is it
That
Matt
was
Smith?
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
Oh yeah. That okay. We can go on to Matt.